Hello, welcome to Ollie's Garage. Today I've got a really quick video for you guys. So, on these cabriolets here that were sold with AC, they have this vent system here that is vacuum controlled. When you move these little selectors, vacuum is used to adjust the vent position. However, if you listen closely, this lever specifically is almost always hard to move and it makes weird noises when you move it. You can hear the vacuum there, but now all the vacuum is gone, listen to this lever. It just sounds like rubber is fighting itself. And that's actually really easy to fix. Stay tuned. I've got a video that talks about dash removal, but really quick abbreviated. Pull this on out, pop this out. Disconnect the light wiring. Now we can get to these two screws. Now you can carefully just lift out this little piece here. There's multiple things connected to it, so don't tug too hard on it. We have to remove this screw right here, and there's a little one back there as well, so that we can get out this little vacuum changer here. These little stubby screwdrivers sometimes come in handy for this. Be careful, this is all brittle plastic. With the screws out underneath here, you see there's one electrical connector. Disconnect that one. Whew, that one's a little difficult. Now we can carefully kind of try to slide this piece on out of here. So I'm just kind of sliding it back around the backside right there. You don't want to pry on anything again too much, otherwise you'll break it. Okay, with that out of the way, we have our little valve right here. Disconnect the second electrical connector. Oh man. You definitely want to be in a good mood when you're working on this part, otherwise you're going to break something. This stuff is really annoying. And now we just have to disconnect these vacuum lines. I have a diagram that I will link from Cabby Info, and it's a very great diagram, but if you can kind of remember how they go, then that also makes things a lot easier. So you can obviously take a picture before you take anything apart, and if I just keep everything kind of in the same orientation, then I should be good. So crack these loose. This one first. This one second. Of course it's not coming. Maybe a little bit of screwdriver action here. There we go. So we'll put that one down there. And I've got 3 more over here. The blue one, followed by 1 and 2. Let's cover these 2 electrical connectors real quick. So what they do, when you have this little selector in here and it's moving around this top lever, and you move it into these blue settings or into the defrost setting, that will then adjust this in such a manner that it will hit this switch right here, and it will turn this switch on, and that will engage your air conditioning on those 4 settings found here. So your air conditioning will always run on 1, 2, 3, and 4 settings. These 2 settings are the only 2 settings where the AC won't run. And through the installation of a simple switch, you can actually make your AC work on all or none of these settings. And I actually have a video covering how to do that as well. Removal was the hard part. Now you can just grab a set of pliers, remove the circlip carefully. This is spring-loaded inside. And this is that rubber piece that's making the squeaking sounds against the plastic. Clean the plastic. If this rubber is dirty, you can kind of wash it and rinse it off as well. With it clean, now grab a little bit of the silicone grease. You really don't need much. And grease this whole plastic. Be careful not to get it in the holes. Take a little bit extra and just grease these little pieces right here that are going to make contact. The way this works is this spins around on here, and then it diverts the vacuum to all the different little tubes where it needs to go. Wipe off any excess. You just want a thin layer. You can grab our spring, grab this piece, make sure the spring is lined up with the hole right there. We can grab this, slide through the bottom, and we have to compress the spring and put it all back together. With it compressed, grab the circlip and carefully slide it on. And now look at how well that moves. And it's not making all those sounds. Installation of this is the reverse of removal, but I'll give you a couple of pointers here that I've learned. Just take this and slide this through the hole first. Slide it on right here. And then we can actually now just slide this over, lift up. Very carefully slide it into place. There we go. Now, put your screws back in. To make these vacuum lines slide on easier, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of my silicone lube here. I'm gonna carefully just, I don't wanna get it in the hole, just put a dab on everything just like that. And now we can slide them all back into place the same way we pulled them off. Now you can reconnect these two wires, and if you're installing an AC cutout switch, which I've got a video which I'll link above right now, then you actually don't need to reconnect these. You'll connect these to your little toggle switch. I finished assembling everything again, and again I have a video on how to assemble all of this. Now let's see how this sounds. It sounds perfect. There's no squeaking sounds, and it feels like it's brand new. Well, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.